Dr. Misachi Wayengera has the embrace of humility and simplicity. There are no heirs around him, and yet his groundbreaking discovery puts him on the pedestal of other scientists of international acclaim. On the day we visited, we found him at the Makerere College of Sciences, where he teaches in the pathology department. He manages to give us an interview as he juggles his busy schedule of teaching and research. Misaki is indebted to the university where he developed a keen interest in research after he had been admitted to the School of Medicine from 1999 to 2003.
Early in my first year, I was reading far across what my colleagues were reading. They were reading to pass exams. I was reading to try to build a future, a career.
In his second year, Dr. Misachi was part of the team that was selected to research about the hosts of the Ebola virus. It is here that he crystallized the idea of developing an Ebola rapid testing kit. Developing a testing kit helps in early detection and hence early treatment and management.
We noted that there was need for an easy-to-use test, and not necessarily a test that can be used out in the field and not within a complicated setting.
He was also influenced by what he witnessed as a young medical student.
And there was this young girl who was 19 years old. She had TB, but she also had HIV. She had full-blown AIDS, and she had a pneumonia called PCP, which is very dangerous. Do you know what it means for a mother to sit there and say, let my child die because she has suffered a lot? It was a little bit traumatizing to me, but it was also an eye-opener. It's how I make the final decision to move from the clinical sciences into the basic sciences, go into the lab, because it was an outright exposition of the challenges that we have and the need for solutions.
In 2007, when Uganda was hit by the deadly Ebola and Marburg in the same year, Dr. Misachi had already begun conducting research about the diseases.
You need to understand the makeup of the organism if you are going to use part of it to identify it. So if I would like to identify myself, ideally, I need to have something that replicates me, and the picture of me is something that will give you a constant outlook of how I look.
However, this research required a financial war chest. He shared his idea with government, and though the president's office acknowledged the importance of his research, he was not given the funds. He only commenced work when the Makerere University College of Health Sciences eventually secured funding from Grand Challenges Canada. They were eventually given $100,000. Misachi says government needs to prioritize funding in the area of scientific research because it is vital.
We need to be able to translate our knowledge into products and services that can help people, help Ugandans, help the whole world.
Misachi says the global economy in the future will be driven by knowledge and innovation in the areas of discovering new drugs, vaccines, and diagnostics. He believes that countries that don't invest in this cannot compete.
You speak oil. Oil is nothing compared to the biopharmaceutical industry. Let me give you an example. Sanofi Pasteur makes profits of about 330 billion US dollars per year. Why? Because they are making vaccines that we are buying to vaccinate our kids.
Western powers were reluctant in fighting an Ebola vaccine. However, now that the disease poses a global health threat, a vaccine was recently unraveled. Misachi says African scientists should get involved in the research as well.
And no one is going to solve these solutions unless we come in. I will tell you that many tropical diseases are being neglected because the sub-Saharan economy is a small economy. And so when the pharmaceutical industry sits down and debates, should we invest money into cancer drugs or should we invest in malaria drugs? the chances are they are going to go for the cancer drug because it is going to be sold to the West. The market is ready.
Since the grant came from the government of Canada, Uganda does not automatically get access to the testing kits.
A breakthrough in basic science research takes some time as it involves scrutinizing so many things and paying close attention to detail. In this case, it has taken 15 years.
He, alongside other researchers, are also working on other vaccines, including trying to find the cure for the HIV virus.
We have already proved the proof of principle in cells that we can cure HIV in cells. We are supposed to move on to monkeys. These are equally expensive experiments.
The government of Uganda has often preached a paradigm shift which lays emphasis on science subjects. However, this needs to be matched with increased funding in the area of research. Irene Namialo, NTV.